This is Nurse of Death, the Lucy Letby story, a gripping true crime podcast that takes you deep into the chilling tale of allegations against Lucy Letby, a seemingly caring and dedicated nurse who harbored a dark secret. Join us as we unravel the twisted journey of a medical professional whose actions sent shockwaves throughout the healthcare community. It's the story of a nurse who went from saving lives to becoming the harbinger of death. This is Nurse of Death, the Lucy Letby story. A palpable tension filled the air at the Manchester Crown Court today as 33-year-old nurse Lucy Letby, accused of the heinous crimes of murdering 7 babies and attempting to murder 10 others, faced the 16th week of her trial. Tears streamed down her cheeks as a pediatric consultant took the stand to provide crucial evidence in the case. In a dramatic moment, Letby seemed on the verge of leaving the courtroom as she rose from her seat in the dock and hurriedly walked towards the door leading to the cells. A female security officer intercepted her for a quiet conversation, allowing Letby a few moments to regain her composure before she returned to her seat. The emotional outburst was sparked by the pediatrician, whose identity remains undisclosed for legal reasons, as he began testifying from behind a privacy screen, obstructing his view of the dock. The trial judge, Mr. Justice Goss, immediately asked a defense solicitor to address the situation. Following a brief exchange through the glass screen, the defendant's barrister, Ben Myers KC, engaged in a private conversation with Letby. Still wiping tears from her eyes with tissues, Letby listened to the proceedings as they resumed. The consultant was prompted to confirm his identity and occupation once more before diving into the heart of the matter. He shared medical notes concerning baby Earl, one of the twins Letby allegedly injected with insulin, with prosecuting attorney Philip Astbury. According to the consultant's testimony, baby Earl's blood sugar levels had been steadily decreasing during the night shift, ultimately falling below the acceptable threshold. He explained that low blood glucose levels in a baby can lead to seizures and, if they fall even lower, can result in liver damage and brain injury. The court was informed that baby Earl made a full recovery and was discharged the following month. Defense attorney Ben Myers opted not to cross-examine the consultant. Later, Dr. John Gibbs, the lead pediatrician at the time, testified that blood tests performed on baby Earl revealed the presence of insulin that should not have been administered. He admitted that he hadn't initially suspected someone might have given insulin to the baby, and unfortunately, the junior doctors who reviewed the results didn't grasp their significance. During her murder trial, Nurse Lucy Letby told detectives that she did not deliberately administer insulin to the twin baby boy. Letby, who was working at the Countess of Chester Hospital's neonatal unit, is accused of poisoning the child on April 9, 2016, and causing the sudden collapse of his brother, who stopped breathing as his oxygen levels and heart rate plummeted. Both boys eventually recovered and were discharged the following month. Upon her arrest, Letby was interviewed by Cheshire Police and denied intentionally giving insulin to child L, whose identity is also protected by the court. She maintained that neither she nor her nursing colleague had accidentally administered the substance, which had not been prescribed. Letby expressed disbelief that such a mistake could have occurred. When detectives suggested that it might have been an intentional act of sabotage, Letby vehemently denied any involvement, asserting, "That was not done by me." When asked to explain the presence of insulin in child L's system, she suggested it must have been in one of the bags or fluids he had been receiving. Dr. Anna Milan, a consultant clinical scientist at Royal Liverpool Hospital, confirmed that a blood sample from child L indicated the presence of exogenous insulin. The results, which were later communicated to the Countess of Chester's biochemistry lab, confirmed that the insulin had been administered rather than naturally produced by the pancreas. Jurors learned that the neonatal unit had been issued 3 vials of insulin in 2014, 6 vials in 2015, and 2 vials in 2016. Insulin was stored in a locked fridge within an equipment room, and the keys for access were passed between nurses on duty as needed, the court heard. Letby, originally from Hereford, is further accused of attempting to murder another child, also a twin boy, by administering insulin in August 2015. She vehemently denies all charges, including the murders of 7 babies and the attempted murders of 10 others, which allegedly took place between June 2015 and June 2016. The atmosphere in the courtroom remained charged as the prosecution and defense presented their cases. Each new piece of evidence and testimony seemed to weigh heavily on the hearts and minds of those present, with the future of the accused nurse hanging in the balance. As the trial entered its 16th week, the emotional strain on Letby was evident, her anguish on full display for all to see. The gravity of the allegations against her and the potential implications for the medical community, as well as the lives of the affected families, cast a somber shadow over the proceedings. In the days and weeks to come, the jury will be tasked with the monumental responsibility of determining Lucy Letby's guilt or innocence. The outcome of this trial will undoubtedly reverberate through the community and the healthcare system as a whole, serving as a stark reminder of the vulnerability of those in our care and the critical role trust plays in the medical profession. As the testimonies continue and evidence mounts, the question remains, did Lucy Letby, a nurse entrusted with the care and well-being of society's most fragile members, commit these heinous crimes? The answer will soon be in the hands of the jury, who will determine the fate of a woman whose life and career are now forever intertwined with tragedy and heartache. This is Nurse of Death, the Lucy Letby story, a gripping true crime podcast that takes you deep into the chilling tale of allegations against Lucy Letby, a seemingly caring and dedicated nurse who harbored a dark secret. Join us as we unravel the twisted journey of a medical professional whose actions sent shockwaves throughout the healthcare community. It's the story of a nurse who went from saving lives to becoming the harbinger of death. This is Nurse of Death, the Lucy Letby story.